Okay, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do a French twist bun. First you're going to want to just brush their hair. Just make sure that there's no snarls. And then you're going to take a small piece, just about that much, of the front right there. And you're going to break it into two pieces. And you're just going to do one twist stitch like that. And then you're going to take your finger underneath and just take a little piece like that and add it to the bottom strand and twist again. And you're going to do that again. And each time that you take a little bit of the hair to add into the twist, you're going to make it go a little bit farther back on her head. And this is going to make it so that eventually it'll go all the way around her head. You're going to take another one. And you're just going to keep doing this until you get to the back. So we have this on our ear, and you're going to kind of make it so that you pick up a triangle. So you're going to go like this a little bit. And so it kind of fans up. And then we're just going to keep twisting. And you just keep picking up hair around their ears, and you're going to be almost picking it up like a vertical now. Just make sure that you keep this tight. So we're almost to the back now. Maybe one more, and then I'll have her turn. Turn your head a little bit, just like that. Okay, so now we have all this that we need to pick up, and we're just gonna go vertical. We don't want to pick up too wide because we have a lot more thickness that we're picking up, so we just want to make it kind of slow. And once you get good at this, it won't take this long. And this hairstyle is something that you can do yourself. I do it to myself all the time. Okay, and then this is where you need to make your decision. You can either just stop right here and do it on both sides and then have the bun right here, or you can go all the way to about right here and then do another twist coming down the side, and then you can have a side bun. That's what I usually like to do, but I've done it both ways, and both ways it looks really cute. The biggest thing is just to make sure that you're not picking up too much hair. Just turn your head a little bit. Okay. We're almost to where I'm going to stop this and do the other. I'm just going to pick up one more. And we twist. And turn. So you can see where I am on her head. Not really to the side, but almost where you would be. And then, depending on whether or not I'm doing it to myself, I either just put a twister in this to hold it there, or else I'll have the person I'm doing it to hold. But since I'm filming, I'm just going to put a twister in so that you can see better and her head's not in the way. And this is going to unravel a little bit, but not too badly. It still looks cute. Okay, so you can kind of see that kind of loosened up a little bit. Come back. And now we're going to do the side. So put your head up, please. And you're just going to take a little strip right there, divide it in two, and you're basically just starting another twist. So you twist it once, and then you start grabbing hair. And because her hair is parted, like it is, there's going to be less hair on this side. And so you take smaller pieces to begin with, because you don't want it to be a super big twist. So we're just going to take this piece right here, and I'm actually actually going to come on to the other side so you can see better. Okay, so I'm going to sort my pieces out. So I'm just going to start over on this side because I think I kind of messed up my pieces and I don't want that to make it look funky. So pick up the piece, turn your head, and we split it in two, twist it once, and then we're going to start picking out new pieces. Like I said before, we want these to be kind of small because if they're not, then it's going to be too big of a twist. And you want this to kind of just be a little wispy. Turn your head to the side, please. So you can see on this side we're going more of a downward than over to the side. And that's just because we don't have as far to go on this side, so we're making it look like it's more. And just a couple more turns. Turn. So we have probably 2 or 3 more. And once you get to the area where you are just picking up little pieces, then you want to make sure that you don't go too fast, otherwise you'll just get all bubbly and bunched up. Okay, so we've run out of hair, as you can see. So we're just going to keep twisting, and then we're going to put it in a ponytail on the side. Okay, so it's long enough now, so I'm just going to have her hold that for a second while I take this twister out. And keep that tight, and grab this, and then put that twister in. And this twister is not going to really matter how it looks because we're going to be doing a bun over it. This is kind of bubbly just because I was in a hurry to do it. But I also sometimes just leave it like this, so face the camera. And it's really cute. And then go back to the side. If I don't want to leave it like that, then there's a couple of variations I do. I've done a fishtail bun, a braid bun. I've done a pancaked braid, so it looks kind of like a flower, but I'm just going to do the regular braid because of simplicity issues. Alright, so we're going to divide this in 3. And then we're just going to do regular braid all the way down. We want it to be somewhat tight because we don't want it to have little bubbles when we put it in the bun. It doesn't really matter if up here is tight. You want it to be tight enough, back up a little bit, that it's not like gonna billow out everywhere when you put the bun in, but it doesn't need to be tight against her head. And you're almost down to her ends. And when you do this, it's better to use a thin twister. I'm going to use a thicker one just so that you can see it. But if you use a thin one, then they won't be able to tell that there's a twister in it as much. Okay, so we have this all braided, and then you can kind of just decide which direction you want to go. I usually like to go away from the ear, and so you just bring it up and twist it around that twister until you run out of hair. And you don't want this to be sticking out like that, so you just kind of tuck it underneath all of this. And then you're gonna take your bobby pins. I like these. They're just really big. A lot of people like the smaller ones. I think that these are easier. You're just gonna go along the ends and stick them in against her head so that these hairs don't pop out. And this will also kind of make your, oh, that twister's popping out. This will make your bun more compact, and I think it can make it look more fluffier. You can also, as long as you're not going to move around much, you can just use a twister and put it over, but that also tends to fall out easier. Alright, so now we're done. Let's turn. And there it is.